So we're all proud.
From nitwit to coal miner.
People don't understand anxiety is not just being nervous.
Whatever.
Hi, welcome to another episode of Over the Edge. My name is Mickey Hughes. This is a podcast about anxiety, where I typically speak with comedians and people in the entertainment field, as well as some medical experts on anxiety and coping strategies during a pandemic. Entertainers really need it. I know I do. Tonight, we have a really great guest. His name is Michael Westerman, and I could listen to this guy read out of a phone book. I love the accent. He's got a local podcast here in Thunder Bay called the Michealated Show, and it's absolutely amazing. He really brings spotlights to businesses and entertainers in the area, and I'm going to bring him up right now. Here we go. My intros are never smooth. That's just part of it. That's what I do.
Whoa.
How are you?
This is how it feels to be live.
It is sort of. How does it feel to be in that chair?
Oh, so comfortable.
Does it? And specifically in the...
So jealous of your red background.
You can have the red background. I'll give you the red background.
Deal. Thanks.
Deal.
That was easy.
Yeah, your podcast was the very first one that I did, and I was really nervous.
Couldn't tell.
And you couldn't tell. I remember I was looking at it, I was like, oh, what's this? What's this? What's that? What's this for? What would happen if you didn't have like this? And like, that was just when I was thinking about starting mine. Are you doing a lot of podcasts, or I don't mean yours, others?
I don't do a lot of, no, like I try to like do one episode a month.
Okay. of other people. So you are so hyper productive. You'll do like 7 or 8 episodes in a 10-day period. They're very professional. You already have them up on I don't know if it's Restream or Spotify. I'll post a link so that we can check out yours. But I see you're all over the place. You're on Instagram, and I sort of took a cue from you in regards to cross posting. But you never talk about yourself.
I never talk about myself.
You talk about yourself, but I don't feel like you really talk about yourself. I know you have kids and your wife and your podcast and all of that going on.
Yeah, I'm a terrible guest.
No, you would be a terrible guest on your own show. Could you imagine?
I would be. Like, just imagine me setting up my live stream. That's like, because you are doing live stream, and I'm like, Mickey's good. Mickey's good. She knows what she's doing, right? So like, I've been thinking to do this too a little bit, and I'm just gonna like stream myself setting this up with lots of failures, and then you're gonna be like, it's not interesting enough.
My favorite part about doing these shows, I'm going to tell you, to be honest, total honesty, podcast community is amazing. Everybody's supportive. Everybody's helpful. You were just so like, yes, because I said, oh, I'm going to be doing a podcast, but I won't do it, I won't do it when you're doing yours. You're like, I don't care, do it. There's lots of time for everybody. And you gave me a lot of advice, and everybody's so nice. Everybody's so...
And you are the TikTok master.
I have a few TikToks. I've kind of pulled back on that a little bit. I keep getting reported.
Damn.
Yeah.
That happens, right?
And you are the Instagram master. So right now we're playing with all different kinds of social media, I think, and finding our own. It's fun. We're getting ready for the third shutdown.
It's coming, right?
It's gonna come, because third waves happen in pandemics, not because I'm smart, just because it always happens, and each wave looks like it's affecting us differently than the last. How are you mental health wise? Like going in, are you just a stable guy and you're just handling it, or has anything changed for you from pre-pandemic maybe to now?
Sure. That's a very complex question, Mickey. Wow.
And you have
It's like,
37 seconds, so
do you have like this timer that I see when I talk that counts me down, like when they do the presidential debates?
28 chop chop.
Okay, good.
Just
Well,
kidding. Take your
honestly,
time.
okay, hang on a second.
And just to break it down, so like before the pandemic, how are you feeling? And how are you feeling
Before
now?
the pandemic, life was busy and life was good. We are very fortunate, have a good family. When the first pandemic happened, mm, I feel like I'm responsible for my family. Maybe this is like the typical male figure thing where I feel responsible, right? There's my kids, my wife, but it's a family, but ultimately like I want to make sure that they're okay. There you go. Slide it in the middle there. That's
Sorry.
good. And and there was a little bit of like we don't know what's going to happen. I was like nobody knew. And it wasn't like there was an adjustment. Now, as hard as it sounds, it's like I'm really weird this way. Like my brain, I do a huge fuck up of somebody, and like I like oh shit, I'm sorry, and then I apologize, and then I'm done. Then I let it go. It's gone. I don't know if you can do this or other people do this, but I let go. It's just gone. So because I can't do it otherwise.
You don't carry those stresses with you.
It's impossible. Like I maybe sometimes I do, but that's I go to bed and then I wake up and it's gone.
Do you struggle? Like what would you struggle with? I see that you do you find it like with the responsibility of having wife children show kind of entertaining.
Mm.
You're very calm, cool, collected. I feel all the time you put me completely at ease when I came to do the show at your house.
Mm.
And so you feel like you don't carry stuff with you. Do you have advice for people that maybe do carry those things, people that do
I don't
struggle?
know. This sounds super stupid, but like when I have stress, I just do some like exercise
Hmm.
or make time for yourself. Do some. It doesn't need to be exercise. Whatever you do during the day, if you create a window where you can go through and you just for yourself for an hour or two. This is from a parenting perspective, right? With a big family. Maybe you have a lot of time. I don't have a lot of time. So it's just like making time for yourself is important.
Hmm. And so when you have time on your own, you use that time to exercise.
So now, like we knew we're gonna go live right now, right? And
Mm.
like, baby went down. I had 25 minutes, so I got outside and I did pull-ups for 20 minutes. And I told you, hey kids, I can't join this early. And then I went back down here 2-3 minutes. But those 20 minutes where I do something for me, and this is maybe just for me, my body, I'm good, and that's it. I cannot
That is
worry
so
about things.
healthy.
I cannot worry about things because I feel like it takes away. Maybe that's the mindset I grew up with, though, right?
Hmm.
Like implemented through my parents. Like you should think a certain way to be a certain way.
Your parents are calm people, and they instilled that. What was the message? What would be then your takeaway message from them as to why why you're calm and collected now?
I'm not calm or collective, but I don't feel anxiety.
Ah, I see. Okay.
Yeah. I have moments where I am like, okay, but anxiety is really hard for me to understand actually.
Oh, and I'm sorry. It's not really, I mean, I say it's a podcast about anxiety, but really it's about over the edge. I've had my battles, and I would say, I'm not really battling my demons. I just sort of manage them every day. And for years, I've been winning and I feel I've been doing well with it. And it's more about going to the edge and those stress factors and how to come back when you feel you've gone there. Have you ever been to the edge? Have you ever felt completely out of control, emotion wise?
Maybe in childhood, you know? In childhood, I was really bad in school. And like I brought like in Germany the system is like 1 is good, 6 is the worst. It's not by letters. And there's a thing, the school sends you a blue letter. If the school sends you a blue letter to the parents, you know your kid is like not very smart, maybe.
No, I'm
On
sorry.
paper.
Sorry. So you have, so they give you a colored letter to send home, like if you're doing well or not.
Yeah. So the school sends you a blue letter to your parents saying, hell, your child is probably going to fail this class like the whole year and it has to repeat. This is like the ultimate warning. And then like I felt like a loser, you know? I couldn't, but it's like complicated. It wasn't about the learning, more about what we learn. And some people don't work in the system. Some people are expression. They are putting themselves out there differently. You know, the text doesn't have to start on the left side and it has to finish on the right side. No, you can write however you want to. This just was me as a child. You could say stubborn, maybe.
And and I guess German education system, I don't know, but any education system doesn't really facilitate free thinkers, or at least it didn't then. So you found yourself, you were frustrated. How did your parents handle that when they got the blue letter?
I think parents are always like, they just want the best for the kids, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, and I understand it because I'm a parent now. And I try to see it differently, though.
Did you conform to not to get rid of the blue letter status?
Well, we just got a report card for Albus. And it's not super amazing good, but he's grade 1. He's a child.
Oh
like,
no, I mean
in the middle of the pandemic.
I mean with you personally. With you personally.
Oh,
I've noticed this with you too. You talk about like you're very about everybody else. You can tell you're a caretaker, right? You have your responsibilities, you've got your show. You did you find that you conformed in school so that you would get the right colored letter sent home?
No.
And you weren't able.
I didn't care.
You didn't care. You just went off, and that's awesome.
I went home every day and I got in shit every day.
You, my friend, are a true artist. That's.
And then one day I felt like a total failure, and I left the house and I was like, I didn't know what to do. And that moment was like, I was thinking about things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then I went back home. And then I was over it.
What brought you back?
It didn't work.
Okay. No,
It's just like the idea I had didn't work out. And then I went back.
Did you find that you had a new sort of lease after you could approach things differently, or thinking about what the alternative was? Did the shitty time help you in the long run?
I think I switched it off, you know? It was just the same thing every day, and then I just did I just carried on.
And you said, when I grow up, I'm going to make my own rules and be my own boss and have my own show and have my own ideas.
I approached parenting differently. Like, I wouldn't give my kid heck if he has a C or a D. I'm just like, I would talk about it and try to do it differently. But the times have changed, okay? So, like, my parents got beaten with a stick in school. Beating a kid nowadays is unacceptable. So, times have changed, and that's good.
Yes.
So you have to find a way how to deal with it. I think parenting nowadays is, I think, the hardest it has ever been.
Why is that?
Because
it's my child and I'm a parent. No, I'm not, but I meant for your.
No,
why is it harder
like,
now?
How do you teach responsibility and consequences without this huge thing that we did for over 100 years where you beat your child, right? People did that.
Mm-hmm.
And that would be like your boundaries. Okay, but how do you do that now? So there's so many different ways. And the easy way is, I think that was the past. That's just my perspective, though.
I think they call it like corporal punishment. Did you grow up with that?
Yeah.
Like the spankings and stuff? Oh yeah, no. So did I. Like not in school. You know,
Which is fine too. I have no regrets, and I love my parents, and it's all good. But it's just how the times were.
mm-hmm.
I turned out to be okay, right?
You turned out
I got no more
amazing.
hair, but I got a beard, so that's good.
I don't think I actually just from speaking with you, I know that you don't understand like your influence and what good you're doing for Thunder Bay through your podcast and bringing light to people. You're well spoken and you're very methodical and you're very good with people and putting them at ease. And during a global pandemic, your popularity is increasing because we need you. We need podcasters, we need entertainers, and we need artists like your wife. And we need, the arts now, everybody kind of shoved us down for so long, and it's our time. It's our time. Now is our time. And you're doing an amazing job with it, I think.
Thank you.
I think you're doing awesome. And I just wanted to make sure I threw that out there. When was the last time you cried?
I think last week.
Yeah. You found it releasing? Are you one of those you try not to cry and then just at the last minute you just kind of let it all out? Or are you a free crier? Some men are very good with, hey, I just cry. That's just who I am as a person. And some men are I feel like you're reserved. You feel a responsibility, the German background. I could be making assumptions that are wrong, so feel free to tell me I'm full of shit. I don't.
Wow. No, I think when I can only speak from my perspective, okay? So when I cry,
it's just opinion.
I don't cry often, but it's a feeling and an emotion, and it's good. And I always I know I'm already saying something else about other people again, whatever. Crying is okay, I rather express my emotion than not showing it. I'm actually proud of my emotions.
Oh, that's wonderful. What kind of advice would you give your son's a little bit older in school, maybe not doing so well? Because I would say, what advice would you give younger you? But what advice would you give your son if you felt that he was in a similar situation and saw the signs of depression or failure or just general upset? What would you tell him that maybe you weren't told or that you needed to hear when you were going through that?
Wow, this is getting really complex now. You know how many questions that was in like one question?
Yeah, I talk too much. I'm really bad at podcasts. I'm not as good as you. I'm working on it.
Why do you always compare yourself?
Zing.
Have you seen your logo? It just looks like mine.
I can't get it to spin. I don't have the software to make it spinny.
Just send it to me. I do it for you. That's no problem.
Okay, good. And I'll give you this background.
I find in life, I would be not able to teach somebody else an experience. It's impossible. An emotional experience, learning through life, I cannot teach anybody. I can help them. I can maybe, even guiding would be probably already not too much. I can be an example. An example is a good thing. Maybe the way
I'm an excellent bad example.
Or compassion. I can show compassion.
Yes.
Or I can say that I'm there, or I can listen. But if I want to do podcast, I have to do it. If you want to do podcast, you have to do it. Mm-hmm. That's how I see things. If my son would really struggle a lot with something, I would support him in any way he would want it to be. So let's say, hey, he wants to be an artist and he wants to go to art school. Okay, do it. If that's what you want, I'm fine with it. Or whatever he would want to be, right? Or whoever he is. He's my son.
Find his passion and you would guide him to do what he loves, and then he would find his own happiness.
You have to do what you like.
Mm-hmm.
You have to do what you like. And sometimes, thanks for the logo there.
I just did that there.
Sometimes, you hang on, let me move over.
It does. Here, I'm going to really mess you up here.
That's okay. Is this better?
There we go.
And then, I mean, just like, you have to do what you like. And if you have to do something that you don't like for a while, like, yeah, but it will get you where you want to be.
You just summarized school in one sentence. Maybe unless of course people want to be going to school. I'm going to show you our styles are actually incredibly. They're very similar. I'm just going to quickly here show. I stole one of your.
Oh shit!
I stole one of your clips. So because I was just thinking, yeah, you know what? We do have very similar logos. We started first.
Yeah, I know. But and you know what? I'm sorry, Mickey. I think you had it first, but I did not copy yours. Just to clarify.
I don't even know what it was. I think I only went with the circle too because I was thinking Joe Rogan, and then I didn't know what to call a logo. Yeah. But that's my incidence. But so we've been calling that. Never mind. We call it a pogo. Here's yours.
Who's this?
Oh, sorry. Can you see my dog there?
So beautiful.
Anna, come here. She's starting to growl at me. She wants attention. But
yeah, that's okay. You know.
So I cross country ski.
Who was that? That was our Britt Silligren. Was that her name? Yeah, I saw it. That was really great.
She's awesome.
She was awesome, and I always love when animals come into the when animals come into it. Like there's a dog barking, cat meowing, 13-year-old walks through the frame. Mom, are you done yet? It's the unpredictability. So I'm going to ask you just some fire questions here. Maybe might lighten it up a little bit for you. And I'm not going to give you enough time to answer. So okay. Out of curiosity, this is strictly opinion. Okay. I'll give you enough time. This is just your opinion.
Do I? Is it like yes and no and skip?
You can do whatever you do. You can do it. Like, do you believe that the government is handling the pandemic to the best of its ability based on information that it has without any nefarious reasons, like without any, there's nothing, they're not duping us, that the government is genuinely handling the pandemic the way, to the best of its ability?
Yes.
Okay. And lots of it could be yes or no. Is the world better off if there were no guns? That's complicated.
How would we hunt?
Bow and arrow?
Oh. It's a thing.
Okay.
I'm not... We're not in America.
No.
No. Would you carry a gun in America if you could? Like if you would live in California?
No.
Concealed or open?
No. No and no. I wouldn't. I went to Arizona as a cab driver, and when I got into the cab, oh shoot, I just lost. No, okay, it came back. I don't know what I did there. I told you I'm bad at this. And the cab driver, because I said I wasn't used to seeing all of the guns. I'd never seen anybody walking around with open carry before. And the cab driver said, "Well, I'm an American, and that's our right. We can. That's what we do, and we have guns, and we can open carry." And I said, "Do you open carry?" I said, "Do you carry a gun?" He said, "No." He goes, "Are you crazy? I got kids." So, even in that situation, so
I would skip that one. I'm not the person to judge this.
Oh, that's okay. No, because it's just an opinion, and it's not even a. it's not even really a judgy thing. It's just
so complex.
It's so complex. But that's what I did. What I do is I wrote down, like, I had a bunch of questions that I would just do as like a kind of a fire answer. I mean, and they're easy, they're hard. What about give me something that you got away with that you wish you didn't?
I wish I didn't. That's called what? That I got away with, but I didn't.
You got away with something. There's something maybe you always got away with it, but you always thought maybe you shouldn't have.
But I'm a good person.
Okay. Okay. Have you ever felt murdery? Like you could kill, like you were just so angry?
Oh.
I'm not asking you to admit anything that would require like authority notification. I'm just saying, like, have you ever felt like just
No.
Me neither. I've never felt murdery.
Sometimes, like in traffic. Where have you been? Traffic.
Oh, yes. Actually, road rage. You get road rage?
Do I road rage? I cause road rage maybe sometimes. Maybe.
Oh. What's an okay lie to tell a child?
Spinach makes you strong.
Yeah. Okay. Not if you don't eat your spinach. That didn't eat your spinach. That's why the dog died. I wouldn't necessarily be the best parent. Is it better to know or not know?
Do we know? I don't think so.
Would you rather know or not know?
Okay, before I answer, would you want to know your own future?
It's a generalized question. I love your analytical thinking because you are looking for like borders and boundaries. You're looking for the edge of the questions. And it's not. It's just it's a little bit more abstract. But I guess as if something's happened or something, some people just prefer not to know. I used to be like that. Like, just don't tell me. I don't know. I don't want to feel bad. If I don't feel bad right now and you're going to say something that's going to make me feel bad, then I don't want to know the thing.
Okay. You know what I believe in? I think that it's open. And if you think you would know, then you would put all your focus onto one thing and you won't miss out on all the other things.
And you would hope that you would surround yourself with people that care about you to be careful, I guess, of letting you know and information or stuff that you would know and not know. I'm just curious about awareness is sort of a theme that's been coming up a little bit lately. So that's why I'm just wondering, like, is it sort of like bury your head in the sand? Like bury your head in the sand or walk around all knowing?
Neither.
Balance.
Yeah, neither. I would like to shape my own future.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love that. I'm going to do you have anything? Do you have anything coming up? Do you have any charities or any special events that are coming up that you wanted to mention that I can kind of throw out there?
No.
Okay. So instead of
like, I'm a good host, but
I knew that you weren't going to have anything.
Am I going to make you work a little bit, like short answers all the time, interrupting you nonstop? Is that good? Is it good?
It's perfect. In fact, I knew that you weren't going to have anything for yourself because I can't see you doing a self-promotion. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show something from Lisa. Lisa Westerman is a phenomenal artist who was on her artwork was featured on the cover of the magazine for the Walleye, December of 2020. It was amazing. I went and checked out her site. I'm going to post. Yeah, she's got some. Turn that off. She's got some amazing things that are going on. This was a picture I particularly liked. And the circle there is your family, right? So she does Thunder Bay art and Thunder Bay scenery, and she does it in her very specific style. Yeah. And she's just wonderful. So I will post a link to her page because she sells her artwork, correct?
Yes,
she does commissions. Okay. And yes. she like you is very good. So you're the podcast guy. She's the art guy.
It's a good teamwork, you know.
It is, and I've met her, and she's very lovely, and she's very kind. She's very nice. Whenever I message her, she always gets back right away, and you guys just seem very, very happy, very bubbly, and I hope I didn't take the wind out of yourselves with a bunch of fire questions. But thank you very, very, very much for being here, and I appreciate your candidness and your levelness and your.
I can't see you anymore. The picture's
Okay,
still
well.
in front of it.
All right, it's because I put on a video and came back. So, but it looks the same for me. I'll send you a copy of this before it's posted. All right.
Hey, Mickey. Hey, Mickey.
Yes.
Hey, I love what you're doing.
Thank you.
I'm
trying.
You have lots of people checking out what you do. I love the live stream, the engagement and people. You bring awareness of issues that you make people come together and share feelings and talk about it. I love that.
Thank you. If there ever was a time, then it's now. And if there's ever anybody that covered their emotions with humor, it's me. So sometimes it's just not funny.
Are you working on any skits right now?
I am. I've got a couple of things going on.
Okay.
Yeah. They're like, stay tuned. Those are coming. You have a good night. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, did you have anything else to say?
No. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Bye.
We're going to sign up.